cinema.
Where's the Oasis? Where's the Oasis? Come on, can't you see he's dying?
So, Oasis Zombie starts as two lesbians walking through the desert. Yeah, two lesbians, that's the selling point of the movie right there. Kind of looks like the start of Camp Blood, except it's not just in the woods, it's in a small oasis in the middle of the desert that has frogs living in it.
What was it? A frog. Oh yeah, of course, desert frog.
Now, I don't claim to be an expert on wildlife, but I've never heard of frogs living out in the desert. Scorpions, okay. Spiders, definitely. Snakes, sure. But average, everyday frogs? Whatever. I'm sure this film is spot on with its accuracies, and that goes for everything such as a guy getting stabbed in the hand by a super drug that knocks him out in 2 seconds flat, and of course the big topic in the movie, the zombies. Oh, look at that for a classy shot. How much do you bet that the director's a complete and utter dirty pervert? And he's focusing on the hippo's ass as well, Jesus Christ. And she's got a moustache, god damn it. Everybody's got a moustache in this film. So the two badly dubbed girls randomly find a gun, but one of them gets spooked by the nasty frog sounds and so runs away, only to be grabbed by some hands in the ground. That's probably a zombie, I assume. Or a desert frog, just with human hands. Cut to some guy with an awesome tash going to see some other guy with an awesome tash, whose dubbed voice sounds like Richard Harrison. What do you think?
Don't tell me you believe in ninjas.
You sure your information is accurate?
Well, he looks like Harrison, so I think it's only fitting that we all wear a fake moustache in honour of those two goons, if it'll stay on that is, and Richard Harrison. So they discuss some lost treasure in the desert, but as you saw a bit back, one of the Tashmen randomly stabs the other and walks away. This is brilliant stuff so far. Now, something else worth talking about is this annoying music. Now, you know in some films where music gets drilled into your head, like the theme from Halloween 3, or Tango and Cash's theme, or the theme from Commando? Well, it's so ridiculously catchy. The whole do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. And so catchy it becomes is that you'll actually want to set it as your ringtone on your phone and start drawing up funeral plans really early so you can have the music played when you die. Who did the music for this film? You wanker! So now we're in London. Ooh, I've been in that spot right there. Overrated bag of shit. So we see some guy called Robert getting a telegram. Yeah, this film's that old if you couldn't tell. About his father dying in Africa. So he walks away slowly and his friends don't seem to care one bit. It's nice, isn't it? So Robert goes to read a letter from his dad, which is told to us in a flashback mode. Oh man, check this out. Listen to the epic sounds of the wind. It's so tranquil and relaxing, don't you think? Sounds like a real windy place, doesn't it? Look at the sand blowing about all over and the trees almost at breaking point. Amazing.
What's going on?
The Germans, man. They're killing everybody.
What? Why would Germans be in the middle of a desert killing a few people? Doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't get explained later on either. But that's why movies like this are entertaining, because you don't need to think, you can just sit back and laugh. So Rob's dad is hiding away in this oasis with a bunch of soldiers, and then the Germans suddenly appear and a lame battle takes place. Now, I'm sure this is stock footage taken from some god-awful, never-before-seen war movie, and Robert's dad just keeps hiding in the bushes and running around, hoping that the editor will do a good job in making it seem like he's part of this groundbreaking action. Then it cuts to him, walking into the desert on his own, but what's happened to all his men? Why doesn't he just stay in the oasis? Oh bollocks, I'm gonna have to climb to the top all over again. Then it cuts to him at the top of a sand dune, which is probably the one we've just seen before. Why does he keep falling over? What is this proving? He probably wasn't getting paid enough, so he couldn't be bothered putting enough effort in. Unless maybe he got stung by scorpions on both occasions. So some locals pick him up, which goes on forever, and then he's laid in bed forever, while different people just randomly stare at him, and oh my god, I thought that was Billy Zane. I know this film is full of random shit, but throwing in Billy fucking Zane is a bit too much, don't you think? So the film at this point has become extremely boring, so let's just hope something interesting happens. Like going back to Robert in London. Now Robert ropes his friends into going to the desert to find this 6 million bucks that are hidden in the desert somewhere. But they have exams just around the corner and even contemplate waiting until the end of term to go and look for this treasure. The dialogue in this film is priceless. It's as epic as Richard Harrison's ninja movies.
What's a ninja?
Just a fairy tale. They don't exist.
Cut to Tashman at the Oasis with a bunch of goons, but have you noticed it looks nothing like what we just saw earlier in those fantastic battle scenes? Well, whatever. I assume this person in charge of continuity never worked in the film industry again, or hadn't worked in the film industry prior to making this film. But I don't think anybody involved in this pile of shit worked in the movie industry before or after this was made. So Tashman tells his party to get some sleep even though it's still daytime. And why the fuck would you have a campfire going if you're in the middle of the roasting desert? Nighttime, sure, yeah, temperatures drop dramatically, but what do I know?
Let's walk around a bit.
You don't walk around here in the middle of the night.
It's not the middle of the night though, what's wrong with these people? Stupid smackheads. So anyway, where the hell are the zombies? Do they actually exist in this crappy excuse of a film? Well, here we go, prepare yourselves, but you'll need to tell me what's going on here because it looks like the cameraman's drunk and he's just trying to film some stationary puppet mask while the guy chokes himself to death. Shortly after, this other guy gets faced with 3 zombies and threatens to shoot them, but he simply just lies down and dies. Kind of reminds me of that epic clip in Tales from the Hood. Why do people always just lay down and die? So the zombies attack the camp, this woman just runs directly into them while the fat Tashman takes the smarter option and hops into his truck, but he's still attacked by a zombie just chilling out in the back seat. And here's an interesting point, why would worms be on a zombie's face? Can worms even live in sand and not soil? Sorry, I really shouldn't nitpick at the factual accuracies of this film. Fuck me, look at that. Words fail me at this moment in time. This is awful. So the students drive into town, talk to some filmmakers who decide to run away because their friend is sick, so Robert and his friends tag along to go and see the sick man for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Now normally you'd expect to see a sick man in bed, but not this one, for it's the legend that is Tashman, and he's just stumbling around the garden like a pisshead looking for a curry house on a Saturday night. Now we get to watch him stagger around for 2 solid minutes screaming to himself, which is absolutely hilarious, I swear. Oh Jesus Christ, look at that, Weird Al Yankovic.
Look, the Oasis. Where's the Oasis? Where's the Oasis? Come on, can't you see he's dying?
Come on, he's dying. Oh, help him then, Jesus Christ, this is mental.
What happened to him?
He met the Walking Dead.
Oh, that's fine then. He just saw The Walking Dead. For a moment there, I was quite worried about him. This is terrible. In fact, everything about this film is terrible. The acting, the dialogue, the stock footage, the story, the pointless random shots just to fill up some time, and shots you simply can't even see, like that's a pointless shot of a spider, believe it or not, and the fact that it's so boring at times. So fuck this, it's so boring that I've made up my own director's cut. Tashman gets sick of being in the desert, so turns into Richard Harrison, dressed as a ninja wearing an army camouflaged outfit. He's shot at by a bunch of drunk Germans. He decides to chop up a melon because he can't be bothered retaliating. Some of his ninja empire are shot and killed. He strips his top off and flexes his muscles, and the Germans retreat, as do the zombies. He decides to call up Oasis and offers them the treasure if they agree to reform and play a gig in the desert. They turn up, he kills them, they become zombies, and he has his very own Oasis of zombies. Excellent. The end. 2 out of 10, and that's being generous. Now, Oasis of Zombies, fucking bollocks to this.